Yeah, we're going to talk about what you just saw. But first, check this out. We've witnessed Fujimaru Ritsuka pulling off some seriously epic battles across different singularities, right? But hold on, the craziness doesn't stop there. Chaldea, the headquarters of our heroes, gets wrecked by Kadok and Anastasia. 7 meteors crash into Earth, forming a mega dam. Kirshtaria drops a bombshell confession about his grand plan. The survivors of Chaldea had to flee from their own base and bam! The world transformed. Almost no one survives. And Chaldea's crew, the lucky ones, start hustling to find answers from beyond the dimensions. They stumble upon a whole new world called the Lostbelt. It's like a timeline that was supposed to be history erased, but somehow sticks around, thanks to some foreign god power and a tree of emptiness. Now the crew's got a mission. Trash the Lostbelt and everything in it, or Earth's in for some serious trouble. We will reveal some of the epic moments that happened. Not only Fujimaru this time. There are several other characters who are involved in one of the tense and epic moments. Check out the video. At the climax of the Russian Lostbelt battle, Fujimaru and Kadok, yeah, the dude who trashed Chaldea, gotta team up. Crazy, right? They're on a mission to take down the mammoth-sized Ivan the Terrible, with a squad of heroic spirits by their side. Fujimaru's riding a colossal golem, throwing punches at Ivan, while Kadok and Anastasia bring the ice and blizzard magic to the party, trying to fend off the mad giant. We're talking about Avisbron's sacrifice, a colossal face-off between his creation, the powerhouse Golem Kater Malkuth, and the mountain-sized might of Ivan the Terrible. The battlefield becomes the main event, with these massive figures throwing down like a scene straight out of a Godzilla flick. It's like a mega show in Russia, the snow howling like crazy, turning the whole place into a blizzard battleground. So, Avisbron, the Golem Master, who gave up himself to power up this giant golem named Adam, puts the whole fate of the battle in Fujimaru's hands. The golem, made from the entirety of Minotaur's giant stone maze, becomes your weapon of mass destruction. You control this beast with skills that are off the charts. Cooldown so quick and effect so devastating, it's like you're the puppet master in this epic puppet show. In the midst of all this chaos, the Avenger steps up. He's got this hate-fueled magic music thing going on, playing Mozart's Dies Irae on a wild piano. It's like a symphony of chaos, debuffing Ivan and making him vulnerable. The whole battle turns into this insane mix of music and colossal brawling. It's like you're in the middle of a crazy concert. But of course, Ivan ain't going down easy. He's prepping this monstrous noble phantasm, a colossal wave motion gun from his electric mammoth. The whole battlefield's on the brink. Just when it looks like game over, in walks Mash. True, she became weak after her fight against Solomon in the last singularity, but she's back now. Using the remaining power of her noble phantasm, Ortenaus, she can cast a barrier called Mold Camelot. It's like a makeshift fortress patched together from the ruins of Camelot, and just like that, Mash is back in action, helping her beloved senior. It truly shows how badass this power couple really are. Alright, listen up, because Lostbelt India hits us with an epic clash that even puts Fujimaru's battles to shame. So, we've got Arjuna, this righteous hero who's always been a bit wrapped up in hatred, right? But in this Lostbelt, he cranks it up to 11. Arjuna turns into this god, giving zero care for humans, absorbing all the gods, and becoming this all-powerful being that can both destroy and revive. Now, Arjuna's grand plan, creating a world where there's no evil. Sounds noble, right? Well, his definition of evil is anything flawed. Like someone with a twisted ankle? Not worthy enough, apparently. He kicks things up a notch, speeding up the Yuga cycle, destroying and recreating the world every 10 days. And if you got even a hint of evil in you, boom, you're gone. No second chances, no reincarnation, just wiped out. Now, in Lostbelt 4, we summon Karna, a powerhouse whose skills we've seen in Fate Apocrypha. And yup, you guessed it. We got Karna versus Arjuna, the ultimate showdown. Karna's taken a few losses against Arjuna because the guy went full god mode. But in the climax, we get this fierce battle where all bets are off. No more boundaries, just two heavyweights throwing down to do what they think is the right thing. Arjuna's so OP that Karna needs the extra help from Vishnu and Shiva just to stand a chance. It's like a superhero brawl, but with gods and a lot more at stake. You can probably feel the earth shaking from the intensity of this showdown. Alright, so after the whole Indian Lostbelt chaos, things simmered down a bit for us at Chaldea. But then, bam! We dive into the next Lostbelt, Atlantis. And oh boy, Kirshtaria Wodime steps into the spotlight. Remember the dude who laid out his master plan for the world? Yeah, that's him, the brains behind the Cryptor army and a fellow master commanding some powerful servants. But I'm not here to report on the Atlantis thing. Of course, this Lostbelt is so full of exciting moments that it's hard to choose. Of course, here we see Orion shoot Artemis using a giant arrow and bow made of Achilles' armor and the powers of Paris and Apollo. But other epic moments happen again and again on Olympus. We'll give honorable mention to some of these moments. Mash, the girl whose strength lies in defenses, fights the gods and goddesses of Olympus. And she pulls out a giant gun out of her shield. Yay, who would have thought that? And who doesn't love Musashi's final slash? After she went from one world to another, she finally found her resting place after cutting through the void. Epic? Absolutely. Kinda sad though, I hope we get to see her again. We're talking about Kirshtaria Wodime, the ace of the A-team, pulling off a practically legendary move. It turns out that all this time, we've been on the same page as Wodime. He's a good guy who, despite running the Lostbelt, he continues to plan for the best for humanity. His plans even almost succeeded. Almost. So there's this intense moment where Beryl, the antagonist we love to hate, manages to land a stab on Wodime. Now that's a big deal on its own, right? But here's the kicker. Wodime isn't just some pushover. The reason Beryl even gets a chance is that Wodime is too busy blocking a massive Rhongomyniad blast from the Britain Lostbelt. It's like a double whammy. This guy is trying to fend off one threat while another sneaks in. At that very moment, Foreign God was descending to Earth. Wodime, bleeding out from the stab wound, doesn't just crumble. No, he goes all out. In his dying moments, he pulls off the ultimate move. What's that, you ask? He kicks a fully descended foreign god, known as Beast 7, out of the Lostbelt. Beast 7, the ultimate enemy in FGO, and Wodime, bleeding and battered, just casually decides, yeah, I'll handle this just fine. In the end, he ended up dying protecting Olympus. Truly, the one and only Brodime.